Here is your YouTube review for the digestive system. I'm going to hit all the critical points here you need to know from your notes for your quiz tomorrow. First, you must distinguish the organs of the GI tract versus the accessory organs. The GI tract is any organ through which the food may pass on its way through your system. So we have the mouth, the pharynx or the throat, the esophagus, the stomach, the small intestine, and the large intestine. The accessory organs connect to the tract, but the food does not pass through there. This would include the salivary glands, the liver, the pancreas. Throw the gallbladder in there. These connect to the tract via ducts through which enzymes and chemicals are secreted into the tract. So please be able to distinguish the tract from the accessory organs. I'm not worried about mouth or pharynx for this chapter. I'll go to the esophagus next. The esophagus, I will back up a little bit. Actually, in the mouth, the one thing I want you to know is the salivary glands secrete their product. Salivary glands secrete their product into the mouth. This is saliva, which contains amylase. And amylase is an enzyme which breaks down chemically carbohydrates. The esophagus is where peristalsis begins. Peristalsis is involuntary smooth muscle contractions which help in the help propel or with the propulsion of food through the digestive tract, through the GI tract. In the stomach, a number of things were discussed. The 3 layers of muscles, which help with the physical churning and mixing of food to help to liquefy its contents, liquefy the food, the contents of the stomach, liquefy. You have the mucus-producing cells, which secrete an alkaline coat, which protects the stomach from the acidic environment. And then you have, in the gastric pit, you have 2 kinds of cells. You have parietal cells, which secrete that acid, and you have chief cells, which secrete an enzyme which in the presence of acid turns into pepsin, which helps to degrade proteins chemically. Chemical breakdown of proteins is what that is supposed to say. Moving on to the small intestine. Here the cells are filled with villi, little finger-like extensions of the cytoplasm. These extensions increase surface area, which increases the area or the capability for absorption, which is the critical activity done here. We mentioned how the GI tract is kind of like a hole in a donut, and until you pull the nutrients into your body, they're technically not in your body. So that absorption into your body takes place here in the small intestine. Also, ducts from the liver, or technically from the gallbladder and the pancreas, enter the small intestine to aid digestion here. So from the gallbladder, and it's originally produced in the liver but stored in the gallbladder, we have a duct that secretes bile into the small intestine. Bile helps with the chemical breakdown of fats. And from the pancreas, we have pancreatic juice, which, as I mentioned in class, is a cocktail of chemicals and enzymes which is going to help to break down all of our three major nutrients: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. We finish up with the large intestine, where your waste is concentrated. And the one thing I want you to know about the major function of the large intestine is that it is to reabsorb water. Thousands of people die every year in developing countries from diarrhea, and they're dying from dehydration because their large intestine is failing to reabsorb the water from the food. Good luck.